Hey everybody, I'm Adam Sweet with Soul Astrology, and today we have edition number 7 of the Anonymous Birth Charts. This is a series in which I do mini bite-sized readings based on charts and questions submitted by you all. We have a really fun one for today, and that is because this is actually the birth chart of somebody's pet dog. It is pretty rare to have an accurate birth time for any pet, and when we have that, it allows us to calculate the ascendant, which then puts all of the planets in specific houses and allows us to more accurately interpret the birth chart. The question and context for today's chart says our dog was originally bound for a life of showing. She was due to be shown at Crufts, the International Dog Show, but her owner slash breeder became unwell and passed her on to us at 8 months old, changing her life path. I'm interested if a timing technique shows that in any way. She can be an anxious girl, but is gradually getting more brave, and I'm wondering whether to continue agility training with her or try something else like film set and stage training. Great questions, and the answer is yes, we can absolutely see that, and we don't even necessarily need to go to a timing technique. Ancient astrologers did not think of the birth chart as a set of static symbols. They thought of it as more of a moving mandala that could represent people, places, things, events from the past, present, or the future. Plato has a really famous line where he says, "Time is the moving image of eternity." I just love that line, and I think it gives us a little glimpse into how ancient people, philosophers, and astrologers thought about time in general and how that relates to the symbolic representation of it in the birth chart. The first place we can look to for life changes is the sun. The sun is the plot line universally, or our career or overarching life direction. So when we have the sun sitting here at 29 degrees, we have a sun that is about to move into the next sign and house. The 29th degree is called the anaretic degree and was thought to be a culminating point. It is a very potent place to find the sun and provides us with the symbolism that that sun, shortly after the native's birth, is about to make a dramatic transition into the next sign and house. So that to me is a very clean, elegant, and simple way to see that this dog's life path and direction, the plot line of their life, is going to take a dramatic shift at some point in their life. And that's exactly what we see from the story that was presented with this chart. So pretty cool that you can see that even in a dog's birth chart. I just love that. In terms of agility training, let's look at Virgo rising. The ruler of Virgo is Mercury, and Mercury is literally the planet that represents agility, speed, and wittiness. So I would imagine this dog is doing well at agility training. But if you're thinking about moving on to film and stage training, I think that that is also a possibility for this dog. We have the moon, the planet that represents the setting of the native's life in the 10th house. The 10th house is the house that is the most visible place in the birth chart. It is the house that represents our career and public reputation because of that. And when we have one of the luminaries, especially the moon, which represents the setting of the native's life, then we have somebody who may be in a setting in life that is very visible, like in the spotlight, as in on film, on the stage, etc., etc. So I think that's also some pretty beautiful symbolism and could definitely point towards this dog having a life of stardom, I guess you could say. Another cool thing we can look at here is this ninth house stellium. So anytime you see a stellium in a house, what it really does is it just emphasizes the topics of that house in the native's life. The ninth house is the house of higher education. That's one of the significations of the ninth house. And what do you need to be trained up for film and stage? You need a lot of higher doggy ed, right? So I think that can also point towards those topics being prominent in this dog's life and the possibility that they may do really well with something like a lot of training that leads them to a career, quote unquote, in film and stage. Okay, I'm going to stop there. There's a lot more we could discuss with this chart, but we'll keep it brief and fun. I hope you all enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this one. It's not every day you get to look at a dog's chart, so super fun and interesting, and just really nice to see astrology like working so well, even with a dog's birth chart. If you all have a chart that you would like to submit for an anonymous birth chart reading, then please send me an email, adam@soulastrology.com. Send me your birth data and a question, and we'll go ahead and take a look at it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, today. I really appreciate it. Bye.